What up, Greater Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ.
And Mike. And this CIF championship video is brought to you by Naples Rib Company.
They've been ascending for a couple years now, and finally, the St. John Bosco Braves are where they've wanted to be the whole time. It's the frickin' Big A. Bosco Modern Day Pac-5 Football Championship.
What better way to make your debut in the modern era in the championship stage than against these guys, Bruce Rollinson, the Modern Day Monarchs, a classic power out of St. John Bosco's Trinity League. I mean, this has got all the fixings, JJ.
Well, it's a rematch from the regular season when Bosco took care of business at home and rolled the Monarchs, and the Monarchs are back in this game for the second straight season, so let's get it on. Two conservative game plans against two very good defense here in the first quarter. 77 yards total in that first 12 minutes.
Well, kind of feeling each other out a little bit, and like you said, such good defenses, but deja vu all over again for Bosco. The bad punt snap.
Double thumb.
Equals the Modern Day lead in the first game, and same thing here with the block, scoop, and score from Johnny Johnson.
Yeah, it's so weird that it almost is identical, where two teams, nobody scores, then Bosco makes a mistake on the punt. Modern Day takes the lead. Can they hold it this time? This just at the beginning of the second quarter. The Braves did stay conservative to their own credit, and those lanes started opening up off that read option. That sets up Reed Budrovic to put this 33-yard field goal through, and the Braves are on the board.
Well, and once they get on the board, they tend to stay on the board, but we've got the matchup of the night.
Yeah, two USC commits, Shea Fields, receiver for Bosco, and Jonathan Lockett, cornerback there for Modern Day. Round one, back in the first quarter, Fields drops a sure touchdown, so we'll call that a draw. Round two, near the end of the half here, Fields a first down catch, so point goes to Shea. Nobody hurt, but number one's leading on the cards. Round three, few plays later, inside the 30, under 3 minutes left, Lockett nearly comes up with an interception, so we're even now. Very next play, tight man coverage, Lockett on Fields, flags down. Now, first look at that and you would say, oh, that's not pass interference, but his left hand is draped on Fields the whole time. I could read Bruce Rollinson's lips on the sidelines, and he was not praying.
No, he wasn't. JJ, we did look at that replay. You're right about the offhand, but certainly at first glance, it did not look like PI.
3 plays later, 3rd and 6 on the 10-yard line. Rosen to Jaleel Wadood. It's a pitch and catch, and it's so easy. Inside of 2 minutes, Bosco punches it in for their first touchdown. They're leading 10-7 at the half.
Well, and Modern Day's now gone 6 quarters without scoring an offensive point against Bosco this season.
Who's got momentum? Well, Rosen makes sure, he's wearing all white, and he's doing it with his feet.
He's got his white dancing shoes on. We got to look at that one again. I'm going this way.
3-on-3 crime. Rosen runs it 4 of the first 5 plays in the second half. Deep into Monarch territory. He can use his arm too. Finds Fields, who shook Lockett. Call that bout. TKO.
And then Budrovic with this, his second field goal, this one a 30-yarder. He is automatic. Still a one-score game, however, just 13-7.
But the Bosco defense, a quick 3-and-out would be an understatement for the next Modern Day drive. They were stout when they needed to give the ball right back to their offense to continue that momentum. This is just Bosco at its best. Get the running back out in the flat, great screen, good downfield blocking, then you get the receivers out of the way, let Rosen use his feet, pushing for that extra yards.
Well, certainly, obviously, still a very close game, and then you just got to get behind the big guys. Man, you got an All-American Damian Mama and Manosa Anesi in for the 1-yard score for Bosco as they start to pull away here, up 20-7.
Yeah, Fat Lady warming up for sure. The defense, again, feeding off of those big plays. And are you for real, Jaleel? Oh my goodness, Wadood up for it. Good enough for everybody in that shot to be watching that play one more time. And can we talk about sophomore Sean McGrew? I mean, if this isn't a small but mighty run, I don't know what is. Right through that face mask, he don't care. He loves it.
Well, for sure, having a low center of gravity is sometimes helpful when you're running through contact. Then, next, play after the penalty, and boom, McGrew. I mean, these guys really like to corner that end zone, don't they, JJ?
Indeed they do. It's 27-7. Bosco here early in the 4th. Would Justin Allen be the difference? He didn't play in the first game. Yeah, that was the answer. I thought maybe he could bust a big one, but Modern Day just did not have that big playability in this game, just like in the first matchup. Next drive, Rosen to Wadood. Love that corner. They're on it like common, and the route is on yet again.
Well, and the Braves, obviously, I mean, what better way to go up big in the championship than to do so against your longtime rival? I mean, if you're a Braves fan who's been following this team for a while, you're pretty excited.
The starters on the sideline for an extended period of time in the fourth quarter. A lot of teams who win championships don't get that moment, but to just kind of soak it all in with your friends and to have your starters be able to give your coach that old Gatorade bath at the end of the night is a pretty special thing. Like we said, this Bosco team waiting all season to finally take the field as CIF champions. First time in school history that they do, and I mean, everybody back on the pile. Why not?
Now, be a little careful because that is your All-American lineman, Damian Mama, lying down right there, and he's definitely a good weightlifter, but I don't know that he wants to move this much weight at the end of a long season. And of course, you've still got one, maybe two more games to go, so maybe ease off of Mama right there.
It's a new thing for Bosco. This is their first football championship, and if they learned from anybody, they learned from Mater Dei how to get something like this done. And the history was not lost on these kids. That's all they could talk about afterwards, and they were more than pleased to show their home fans that plaque.
Well, and to get to, like you said, experience something that not just this team, but this program has never experienced. Guys who've been going to these games for 40 years have never gotten to see this sight.
I mean, sometimes you just make a funny face when you don't know what to do. You know what I mean? State coming up for those St. John Bosco Braves, but looking back on this season, man, that was pretty darn impressive. Regular and in the postseason against some of the best teams in Southern California. Wow. Congratulations, St. John Bosco, for holding up that first Pac-5 football trophy. They want to hold up another one, though. And to follow all of that coverage of Braves football, you stay right here.